better start with mowers. It's just tacky enough, but Phil thinks it's alright. I think it's just wet enough, but I think if it gets a nice day tomorrow, we can get it rolled Thursday, it'll be alright. We've put a bit of fert in it, in seed bed as well, just to try and give it a right kick. And the seeds, this field will be treated with that amino A, you know, that bloody horrible stinky stuff with a bit of nature in a can. I don't know how it works or what it is. A fellow was trying to telling me that it's a load of rubbish, like, but we'll see. And then the next field's just going in some just seed out at combine. It's Diablo spring barley. We've grown majority of our barley's Diablo this year. Does us proud, to be honest, unlike Aneva. Just seems easy to grow, like so. But right, I'll go get him some seed. Bit of good news, all corn buyers are ringing, all a bit keener. It's, I don't know what's happening in the world, but wheat's gone up to 195. And whether you're making 200 of it, I don't know. And obviously rape's gone up to 400, so that's off in the right direction. From a distance it looks like it's gone in really well. A little bit cloudy though. I mean, we could have just done with a few more dry days, but we want to get it drilled and get it rolled before it comes wet again on Thursday. So what I'm going to do though, because Ollie's got a bit close to these banks, and with drill going up that side, it's missed the bloody breed down each side, so I'm just going to go power the right way around it. Bloody molehill.
What?
Bloody molehill.
Big molehill?
He's having a bit of a disco in there. My little dog ain't very good around vehicles yet, so I just have to be careful. Ew. In fact, she's wood. Tell you what, it's making a nice job, innit? A little bit of seed on top there, though. Seed there, a little bit of seed on top, but come here. Seed on top, it's just very level on there, I don't know why. Like I say, plan is to roll it, so that'll just sort of cap it off and, you know, squish them clots down to make a little bit more tilth. Yeah, see, it's there. Someone say too deep, but I think... But then you get a bloody seam where it's hardly bloody buried. it's nicely just tucked in there, pressed in. I think by the time we get it rolled and that gets squished down, this job's good, because it does come out nice after it. So, and I like walking across it, I honestly thought, bloody hell, we need to put a leg through this. And then I brought a fork and I started digging bits, and then I rung agronomist unsure, because my dad ain't a fan. My dad ain't a fan of this direct drilling. And I rung Andy, our agronomist, says, "What? Give us a second opinion. What do you think?" He says, "Well, if you run your Simba through it today, all you do is bring a load of sour up, knock your drilling date back a week probably. You undo everything we've done in the past, as in conditioning the land." And he says, "You put yourself back to square one." Well, this year might be the year where and there was worms galore, every forkful. I mean, there was big worms, little worms. Hey up, photo bomber again. Big worms, little worms. So I don't know, maybe he's working, because it's some horrible land really, and it does feel a little bit better. See there, yeah. It's just in there. Yeah. I mean, look, Moors was one of the first direct drills, and they had no disturbance at all. They disturbed too much, but a bit of a Pullman's drill. You know, I mean, it didn't cost us that much, and it's got us a start. And I really fancy the Avatar. I mean, in fact, I've said to myself, try and buy and sell a lot of machinery this time. Earn yourself a good wage, and at the end of the year, maybe consider one. So watch this space, because I don't know. You know, maybe pick up a bit of contracting with it. You know, I think there's lads want to try, but they don't want the initial £100,000 spent. Lads and lasses, sorry. A Romanian friend of mine, bro, he's turned up with a bloody baler on his trail behind his tranny van. So let's see what he's up to. Nick's been tidying up for spring. She's made a right job. She must have had a full day yesterday, done all flower beds and one thing and another. We like a garden. I mean, it's nice to come out after a day's work into a nice garden. And we've got a colony of sparrows in this hedge, and there's thousands of them. There's literally thousands of them. When we're feeding chickens, they just clean us out of chicken grub. But yeah, she made a good job. Yeah, my Romanian friend. No fear of that baler weighs 2.5 ton on the back of his little tranny van. I don't know where to put it really, we're a bit bunged up. Just swing her, yeah, Paul wants to be off, so...
I'll just drop it there and you get on.
Yeah.
He looks like...
We'll shift it later on.
Yeah.
What?
He looks like bloody Harry Liver.
Who?
That foreign lad.
Oh, Philip.
Does he not look, he looks exactly like everything nice little baby.
Yeah, them lads, the Romanian lads. I met Paul, the tallest one out of two. I met him, he bought an old Fiona seed drill off us and exported it home. And got friendly with him, and he was real passionate about farming. He's all his family are farmers back home, and he says, "Can I come on a Saturday and just work with you?" And he wanted to come for nothing anyway. We paid him, and he came every Saturday, and then he started his own. He ended up doing some work for a builder, And then he ended up with his own building company, and he employs about half a dozen lads now. And but he just says he can't get with his Brexit job and making it hard work for new lads to come from Romania. He says it's hard work getting staff. No one wants it, which is a shower of shit, isn't it? Really, I mean, we need them foreign lads. Them lads are brilliant, I'll tell you. And I, just sort of blowing their trumpet. Bloody hell, they can put graft away. Where, I knock it English lads. But them lads, when they turn up at 7 o'clock when they're doing any building work here, a mixer's going by 5 past. It's that type of attitude. They aren't just sat round their flats, sort of drinking tea for half an hour, talking about bloody football and stuff. They just get on and work like. So, and yeah, he can't get staff. Can't bring his mates over from Romania to sort of give him some new staff, and he says he's struggling like. He says he has English lads come, but they just can't seem to, graft. I don't know what we've done to our workforce. I mean, I am bloody saying everybody's bloody useless, but by hell, a lot of them are, aren't they?
All girls, but it's found.
We're up with drilling our fodder bait with this old girl. Tell you what, she's off her own. Well, the fellow we bought it off said it'd go straight to work, and yeah, he won't fibbing. So yeah, it's putting it in about 9-inch spacings, about that depth, and I think we're right. I've sort of researched it on the internet and had a word with a mate of mine, and he says we're about right. So we aren't doing so much though, because we're playing really. We're getting it set up hopefully for tomorrow. Weather forecast is bad. We're a bit worried about this sand sort of blowing a bit, so if it gets a bit of rain on, we're going to sort of work with the moisture and try and scratch a bit of crust, if that makes any sense, so it doesn't blow. Ideally we ought to put a bit of muck on after, so it just holds the surface, because yesterday and this morning it was blowing a gale here and there was a bloody brownout on our neighbours that side and that side. So
a brownout?
A brownout, yeah, so we'll call it a dust bowl. But if he drops that, we're fucked. Like, that's perfect, is that, because there's a bit of crust. Yeah, we've chose 2 different varieties. This at the top of the field is Blizzard, because this keeps a lot drier than the bottom of the field. And the bottom of the field is going in with a variety called Jamon, which is, I think it's red, isn't it? It's a red, an orange variety. What, green is in the beet or green is in the... No, oh, you're getting wet. Well, the beet itself is like an orange beet, and Blizzard's a white beet, bit more like a sugar beet to be honest, is Blizzard. And we've chose them 2 varieties because Blizzard, Jamon doesn't withstand a lot of frosty weather, so we're hoping to get the Jamon up into a heat before, I don't know, early, and the Blizzard can stay there until, or stay here until we need it really, because it can withstand frost. What space is like? Just a bit of an insurance row. We're just putting a few slug pellets around this field because last year it's filled with barley, spring barley, but last year the bloody plague did like that. What with slugs and leather jackets, we think leather jackets as well. But yeah, I don't know whether these pellets do out and loader jackets, but definitely hopefully will nobble a few slugs. But we'll just have a look at rape while we're down here, because my uncle thinks it's doomed. It's absolutely riddled with bloody larvae. Actually, I don't think it's as bad as Peter reckons, but it's suffered worst on the best land, which is a bit weird. This high gravel is real fertile. It's like world land. It's only a bit of, well, it's probably some of the most fertile land on our farm, and the plants are totally. Yeah, you can see even from the outside that there's damage. Oh, they're riddled with larvae, such as them. Riddled with it, absolutely riddled with it. Don't know, we had a bit of a conversation, me, my dad and Peter, because I work for my dad and my uncle. Well, we work together like, I mean, but they're still got a fair say. They're twin brothers. They started farming on their own when they were 24. Their dad died suddenly. I never met my granddad. Dad died suddenly and they had to get at it, and yeah, borrowed a lot of money in the when interest rates were mega high, and put us where we are now. But anyway, we had a talk other day. That about what else, you know, are we growing as much rape, or are we sort of knocking it on head a bit? And I don't know. I think we're going to have another go at beans. Try and get them in a bit earlier, a bit deeper, a bit better land, and maybe maybe have about 40 acre of rape instead of 60, and maybe 30 acre of beans. You know, cheap crop to grow. I know last year there'd have been a hell of a crop, but the bloody drought it was disaster, absolute disaster. But put that one down to season. But yeah, put a few beans into rotation for our break crop. You know, toying with the idea of approaching a carrot firm and seeing if they want to grow a few carrots on our sandier soils. But yeah, it's not easy, is it? Prices have gone back up a little bit, but only around the 200 mark for wheat, and I think barley's still at 170 though, isn't it? Rape got to 400. Well, Christ, we've dropped a bollock with rape. We should have sold it when it had a 6 in front of it, but it kept sliding back, and we kept thinking, oh, it'd go back up, but it slid back to bloody 360 quid, and anyway, it's gone back up to 400. What caused that lift, I don't know, but anyway, not to worry.